Hi guys, welcome to another video of Fishing All the Gear, No Idea. Hi, my name's Jamie. Most people call me Jimmy. You're more welcome to call me Jimmy. I really like being called Jimmy instead of Jamie. But this video I want to run you through some of the gear I use while I'm kayak fishing or land-based fishing. Yeah, just a bit of a run through of the rods, my reels, my leaders, my braid, cranks, my surface lures, just the stuff to get you started first. Like as I said 1,000 times to people, that I'm no expert. So let's get into it and give you guys some ideas on what stuff I use. First, I wanted to show you Atomic Arrowz, which has been fantastic and it's been very popular for people, which I've been getting a lot of questions about. These are amazing rods, guys. I really love them. Just for the value they are, they're just a brilliant rod. So this is probably one of my favorites in the range of the Atomic Arrowz. This is the Brim Crank. So this is the AAS 70BC. It's a one piece, it's a 7-footer. And the line class is 1 to 5 pound. I use these rods with all my cranks. That just throws out a mile. It's a very floppy rod, so it's a really good rod for cranks. Yeah, but these been fantastic too, guys. I just love them. I think the value you pay for these are sensational. Another rod that's really popular in the Atomic range is the Brim Surface. I think everyone loves these rods as well. These are built for surface. This is the AAS 70BC 7-footer. The line lure class is 2 to 12 grams, and the line class is 3 to 8. So it's a little bit stiffer, but it's great for your sugar pens, your canines, your backfire bass day poppers, your pop 50s, and yeah, as I said, the canine, they're awesome. Yeah, so these rods are built for surface, but I also use them for everything else as well too. So don't be scared to use anything else like cranks, your soft plastics, and your vibes. Yeah, that's sensational. And also another thing I wanted to mention too, guys, these both models and other rod models, they retail around at the 129 mark. So they are pretty well great value. But just remember, where you go, some retail shops have a bit more. I'm just giving you the version that, yeah, most stores have them for about 129, from 129, but depends where you go to, guys. So please don't get at me if you message me and say, well, this shop sells them for 150 or whatever. Yeah, but most of these stores sell these for 129. Another rods I want to show you too, guys, is more of upper class models, upper class rods, which they're very, very nice. But yes, they are expensive, as you guys have told me 1,000 times. But they're worth every penny. I never had a decent rod before, and you can tell the difference from a cheap rod to an expensive rod. They're so sensitive. They feel really good in the hand. But this is my model. It's in the samurai reaction. The reaction model. This is the one I got for cranking. So this is the RE101 7-foot. It's a very fast taper, and it's 2 to 4 pound. This is probably one of the popular rods that's probably in the reaction models. But these, yeah, they are great rods, guys. It's just as good as any other model in the reaction model. So they're just, yeah, they're just brilliant. But they're worth every cent. Another one I want to show you too is more of a top of range kind of reaction rod, or the samurai rod, is the Infinite. This one's gorgeous. This one's yeah, this one's blingy for sure. This is my partner's rod. She liked everything about the purple and all the blingy stuff with it. But this is the one piece. It's a fast taper, and it's a 3 to 8 pound. But I mainly got this one for an all-rounder rod, such as my cranks, my soft plastics and vibes. Yeah, but there's awesome guides on them, like the Torzos. Yes, they're a high value rod, but they are brilliant. So check them out at your local retailer, guys. The next thing I wanted to talk about now is my lines. What I usually do, I use a lot of braid, the leader. I've been recently using the straight through stuff, but what I've been using mostly recently is the Major Craft Denim braid, but this is the multicolour version. So this is the 12 pound, it's a 4 to 8 kilo range, and as I said, multicolour. It's every 10 meters is a different colour, so it's like blue, white, green, red, and yeah, so this is the ×4 version. You can get them in the ×8 and this ×4. What I mean ×4 is 4 stranded, and the other one is ×8. 8 ×8, so that's the ×8 version, so that's 8 stranded. So this is the 14 and that's the 12. Haven't any dramas with these. They're great value. I think the ×4 retails around about the $21 mark at Luke at Leisure Coast Bait and Tackle. They can be great value. I think you're going to pay a little bit more for the ×8. I'm not quite sure if Luke stocks this one, but I know he stocks the ×4. So check them out at Leisure Coast Bait and Tackle. Another line I want to use when it's a really tough bite is the straight through stuff, as I said before. I've been using this one. This is a Unitica, the Silver Thread FC. It's 3 pound. It's completely different than braid, guys. So yes, you can use this for leader, but if you want it straight through, it's completely different than braided leader. It's more of elastic band, it's stretchy, so or you don't have to strike too much. You just have to pretty much wind the fish on. It's pretty incredible, but I'm not used to it yet. Hopefully I'll get used to it soon, but it does work on those really days when it's really tough, especially on the flats. Yeah, so that's a brilliant line too. So hook this up, guys, and look at have a look at it. Give it a go, and tell me what you think if you do get this stuff. Alright, the leaders I usually use, if I use braided leaders, this is the Argol. I'm not sure if that's the right name for it, but sorry, tell me if it's not, because I can't pronounce it that well. But this is the stuff here. This is the 4 pound, this is the 6 pound, and that's the 8 pound. I mainly use the 4 pound for bream fishing. The 8 pound I use for flathead, and the 6 pound I use for bream as well. But yeah, these two style of pounds is these are great. Got no frauds on them, no worries on them. They've been outstanding. So yeah, you can check these out. I think Adam at fishing.com.au has them. I'm not sure Luke at Leisure Coast Bait and Tackle has them, but I know definitely Adam knows he definitely has them. So check them out. Another thing I wanted to show you guys too is just some of the cranks I use when I go fishing for bream or flathead or stuff like that. But it depends where you're fishing. But the cranks I've been using is, as you all know, is Atomic cranks. I love them. I reckon they're probably the #1 bream lure in Australia or world, whatever. I'm sure. Could be wrong. Don't get me wrong. Everyone's got their own brands. But I've been using these lures for years and years and years before I've been sponsored by Frogley. So don't message me bad things about if it's it's not the right lures, But anyway, but these are the you got to be in mids, and you got to be in the deep version. So this is the mid version. This is the muddy prawn color, which is probably one of the most popular colors in the Atomic range. That everyone probably has them in their tackle boxes. But these dive about 800. You can get them more deeper, depends on leader class you have. But you can go shallower with these two if you want to. Doesn't mean that these are only 800. They can go shallower. So just high stick your rod. So the higher your rod goes, the deeper it doesn't even go deeper. But the lower your rod, put your rod tip down, the more it dives down. But yeah, so that's the one that usually tie on first. That's been pretty good for me. So over the years, and it's probably my #1 lure I use as well. But if it's really dirty water, if you're in the dirty water after the long rains that we had, and your prawn patterns are not working that well, the black's the go. Everyone loves the black. This is the fishing.com.au black. But yeah, everyone seems to love black these days. That any dirty water, the fish in, you put a black one on. Also, guys, it's not just about the mids either. It's actually the deeps. This is the deep diver. This is the rock crab color. This is probably one of my favourites in the deep versions, other than the money prawn. But yes, it's a deep diver, but you don't have to use these in deep water, guys. A lot of guys go, I need a deep so I can fish deep water. But I actually use these in the shallows too, just as much as the mids. Yeah, because you get down in the sand, you dig up the dirt and mud, grit. Fish love that. If they see that on the bottom, they're going to come investigate. So don't be scared to use these in shallow water, guys. I use these lots probably more in the shallow water what I do in the mids. The mids are mainly using the wee beds and the sand patches. But yeah, don't be scared to use these, guys. I think every retailer around Australia probably has these in stock. But yeah, check them out, grab a few and see how you go. So what you're looking for in the shops, they come in packets like that. So that's the Ghost Gill Brown one, which everyone loves using, and this is the Money Prawn. So that's what the packets look like. Pretty simple, very nice. So yeah, just check those out. So another little hot tip I can give you too, guys, is, well, it's probably not a hot tip, but everyone probably uses them, or I'm not probably the first person who uses them. But those days when those bream or those flathead come up to your lure and they actually turn away because they see you come to the surface, or they see you on the land base when you're land base fishing, these lures seem to rise pretty quickly, as you probably all know that they rise on the paws really quickly. So I can give you a little bit of a hot tip. What I do, I use these. These are the sticky weights. These make these lures suspend. So what you do is, I mainly use the middle one, as you see that one there, and what I do, I attach it underneath the chin there, just underneath there. So when you're on the paws, it actually slowly comes up. So if you see a fish come behind it, pause it. Sometimes if you actually see a fish behind the lure, it's usually you're slow rolling too quick. And when I say slow rolling, people don't realise how slow rolling it is. It depends what reel you use too. There's proper reels out there you can use to actually slow roll better. But I use 1000s, which a lot of people don't probably necessarily like using, because you got to wind the line on way more quicker than a normal reel, like a 2500 version. Yeah, so these sticky weights are a bit of a handy. They should be in your tackle box, especially if it comes to competitions and you want to pause your lure and it turns into a spender lure. Alright guys, well, another thing I get asked lots is, why do I connect clips to my line to attach to my lures? Well, I've been doing it for years, a few years now. A lot of people probably think that it deteriorates the fish from looking at it because they can see it easy, but I'm not sure. I might have to get the Mythbusters to do that. But yeah, these are my chosen clips I use on my lures. These are the Go to Hyper Ease snaps. So this is the size 1s. So it's just, the reason why I use this is I want to change my lures quickly, especially in the competition, that you haven't got time to muck around. Sometimes to tie it directly to your lure. Don't get me wrong, I do it, but a lot of the time I use these instead of tying. I don't usually use these on my plastics to my hook. I'm not sure if it distorts the action. I'm not sure. I still don't know. I might send it to Mythbusters again. But yeah, these are the ones I use, guys. So check these out. These have been pretty good as well. And another thing I've been using too, I like to take 4 rods with me out in the kayak, so you're prepared for everything. So such as from a surface lure to a mid crank to a deep crank and a soft plastic. And the soft plastics I usually use is the Plazos, Atomic Arrowz. These are pretty good. So because if you do bust off, they're cheaper than actually hard bodies. So get a packet of these guys and throw some around. But the best thing I like about using these in like snag stuff, like heaps of structure I got in my local lake, Lake Awara, is a lot of structure that, like logs and stuff like that up in the creeks. I like using them weedless. So this is the weedless hook, set up. So what you do, you can actually run a finger across there, and you can't get jagged by that hook because it's better than the lure. But when you get a fish bite, it actually does that. So yeah, so what you do is you just pull that back and put it underneath underneath that, and let's see now you can do with that. But yeah, I love using these weedless because you can throw them in the snags, you can throw them in the flats, you can throw them in the weed. It's awesome. But yeah, but I usually try and use the weedless hooks, the Gamakatsu weedless hooks. So there's usually two sizes I only use. This is a size 4 and this is the size 2. You can pretty much get these at any retail. Gamakatsus are pretty popular, so it's not hard to find these. So yeah, check these out, guys. Grab a pack of the plastics, packet of these, one of each, whatever one what size you like, and go for it. Yeah, so that's a bit of a wrap up, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's brief, but it's something I enjoy doing. So, and show you guys what actually works for me. If it doesn't work for me, I wouldn't show you. But yeah, don't go out and spend $1,000 worth of gear. You don't need to. But if you do, I'm happy. But yeah, this is the stuff that works for me. So I'm just trying to show you some knowledge that how to catch brim or even flathead using this sort of gear. You don't have to go and spend thousands of dollars on stuff that you're never going to use. Trust me, I got gear in here that I haven't used yet, and yeah, as I said, the name's fishing all the gear, no idea. So you can make up your mind what that means. And I love to buy new gear, but I'm scared to use it because I usually go to my go-to stuff that catches fish. So yeah, so alright guys, well, I have a Facebook page. It's same as my name, Fishing All the Gear, No Idea. Go and check that out, like it. I also have an Instagram page. If you're not following me, follow that like button. And I also have a YouTube too. It's not that much yet. It's not really up and running properly yet. Well, it is, but I haven't got much videos on content on there yet. But subscribe. I appreciate for all your support and all your followers, and I really appreciate you guys giving me feedback and personal message me. But if there's any other stuff I want you to see that I showed you today, I know I went over it pretty briefly. If you want more detail or anything I have shown you, personally message me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and till next times,